What's up once again, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk about former Georgia Bulldog defensive lineman Barry Alexander. He was the backup for Jalen Carter last year. He decided to go in the transfer portal. Well, announced that he's entering the transfer portal. Okay, just a day, maybe a few hours before the G-Day game. You know, the portal opened up, and it'll be opened up until the end of the month. So some more might be going in the transfer portal, not only from the Georgia Bulldogs, but from every other team. But Barry Alexander was a surprise. There was a surprise announcement to everybody. I doubt if his teammates or his coaches knew he was going to go into the transfer portal. I don't know. I'm just giving you my opinion. But if any of you Georgia Bulldog fans out here is following this, please let me know the reason he transferred, or if you done heard the reason why he's transferring, let me know. Did something happen internally with Barry Alexander? Or he just decided he wanted to try something new? I don't know. I don't know why when his number is about to be called to be a starter, he would want to transfer, especially coming off back-to-back national championship seasons, which lead me to think, maybe something happened internally or it's got something to do with family. I don't know, but let me know if y'all heard anything. But anyway, some of his teammates was asked to give their thoughts on the situation, Barry Alexander, and they asked Zion Logue, I guess that's his name, Logue, in this article saying he didn't want to answer the question. So basically, he said trusting each other and leaning on each other, right? They there to improve for the spring, and I think everybody's trying to do the selfish thing at one point in time. But as camp went on, we've all molded and gotten closer, and I like that. Okay. Also said they just focusing on the linemen that are still there, which that's what they should do. Don't worry about who want to leave or who have left. Focus on what you got, because guess what? That guy that done left you, he can't help you. So why worry about him? Why worry about him? Let him go. He might find success somewhere else. Okay, I mean, he's supposed to be a pretty good daggone player. So if he's what everybody say he is, then hey, he'll be a success, just not in a Georgia Bulldog uniform. He done had success there already. So, but he's leaving that behind. And I guess he think big and better things await him. I don't know. It's just strange to me that he picked this time to transfer when he was about to be a starter. But just like, and also Logue said, just go back and look at the years. We've had at least 6 interior defensive tackles that played over triple-digit snaps. It makes it a lot easier when guys are fresher and able to play, which that is true. Because they do rotate a lot of defensive linemen in and out of the game. And guess what? Next man up. Just plug him in. Just plug him in. I don't know if these guys think they hurting the team that they leaving behind by transferring, but guess what? There's also always somebody waiting to take your place. You ain't got to transfer for somebody to take your place. Just miss a few blocks. Make a few mistakes. You'll get replaced. You can believe that. You ain't have to leave to do that. But anyway, it is what it is, man. Javon Bullard, he say he really don't know too much because he's not in the defensive line room, so he don't know too much about it. He don't know what went on, but he just wish him the best, which he should do. So it is what it is. But I like what Zion Logue said. Worry about the lineman that you still got. I love that. I love that. But anyway, Kirby Smart, he spoke. He said that's really the world we in today. These guys think it's greener pasture somewhere else. So it is, which they do. But what pasture is greener than a back-to-back national championship pasture? I don't know. besides the Alabama Crimson Tide, the pastor we got over there, what other pastor is greater and greener than back-to-back national champions? You know what I'm saying? And you about to be a starter for the back-to-back national champion, and you decide to damn transfer. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I guarantee you something went on that he didn't like, and he got pissed, or he said he leaving, or he got a daggone big-ass NIL deal somewhere else. Them the only two reasons. Something happened internal, and he got pissed off and said, hey, I'm in the transfer portal, or another team offered him a big-ass NIL deal. That's the only thing I can think of. But either way, Georgia got a lot of guys behind him ready to take his spot. Kirby went through some names. I'm not going to name all of them. He went through some names. He was just saying they young. But guess what? Kirby have a lot of young players to play because, like we all know, they rotate on the defensive side of the ball, especially along the front seven. So, hey, I'm sure they ain't losing no sleep because Barry Alexander decided to take his talents to somewhere else. And I was reading this other article about 6 schools that make sense for a Georgia defensive lineman transfer Barry Alexander. And the first one they put up there is my Alabama Crimson Tide. All right? Which they are telling the truth about my Crimson Tide when they say Alabama seems to be in the mix for every big name transfer. Alexander will help the Tide replace a lot of lost production from the defensive front. All right. We are always in the mix for these big time transfers. And Nick Saban, he only want the best. All right. And Barry Alexander, yeah, he could help our defensive line. But I don't think we just absolutely need the guy because we got guys that can do the same as him and is just as good as him. Yeah, he'll be a great addition. No lie. But we don't just absolutely need him. But they got Alabama on the list. Next, they got Ohio State. Ohio State recruited Barry Alexander. All right. Matter of fact, Barry Alexander was committed to Georgia and then decommitted from Georgia and then recommitted to him again. All right. So he was kind of in limbo when he was being recruited. But anyway, he was recruited by Ohio State. So maybe they'll have a chance to get him since he already familiar with Ryan Day and probably their defensive coaches. All right. So that's Alabama and Ohio State. They got TCU on the list. Says if Alexander decides to return home to North Texas, TCU will be a great fit. The Frogs proved they could compete at the highest level and have already landed a handful of SEC transfers. Okay, they did not prove that they could compete at the highest level. Not when you lose when you let somebody score 60 points on you in a damn over 60 points in a daggone national championship game. You can't compete at the highest level. Just my opinion. Anyway, then they got Texas on the list. He got former teammates of his on the Texas roster. A.D. Mitchell, J.T. Sanders, Anthony Hill, and Denton Ryan. So all those are his former teammates. So, hey, he might go with them, familiar faces. So, but I don't know about Texas either. Texas A&M. He was committed to Texas A&M and decommitted. Alexander was committed to Texas A&M during the recruiting process before losing out to Georgia. So he was committed to Texas A&M also. Oh man, he was all kind of limbo. He's familiar with Jimbo Fisher and them Aggies, so he could go there. But the place I think he'll be is USC. They saying USC is the favorite to land Alexander. The Trojans are looking to add a playmaker in its defensive front. USC has plenty of NIL opportunities to offer. But guess what? Even though if he go to USC, that defense, it's a Lincoln Riley defense. We know what's going to happen. We already know. They don't play Lincoln Riley. Don't give a damn about defense. So if he go over there, it's got to be for NIL. It's got to be the only reason, because their defense is hot fucking garbage. Unless they improving over during this offseason. But I don't think so. But it is what it is. But I don't think wherever Barry Alexander land, I don't think is no better place than Athens. Wherever he land, unless he land in Tuscaloosa. That's the only place that would make sense for this guy to go. But like I said, do we absolutely need him? Hell no, we don't. We do not. We'll take him, but we definitely don't need him. He'll be better going somewhere else. I just put it that way. And then that's my final answer. And I'm sticking with it. Roll damn Tide.